if he fights the way that he has fought for most of his career and leaves himself as open as he did, for example, in the Anthony Joshua fight, the Izu Agono fight, etc., there's a very good chance that Breazeale will get knocked out early. Breazeale tends to keep his head far too high up. His chin's up in the air far more so than Duopa. He's going to need to rectify that, or he's going to be kissing the canvas sooner rather than later. Deontay Wilder flattens Dominic Breazeale in the very first round to retain his WBC World Heavyweight title. This was a tremendous performance by Deontay Wilder. Matthew Macklin on the Sky Sports commentary team said that Wilder looked like a heavyweight version of Tommy Hearns in there tonight, and he really did. Tommy Hearns was always one of my favorite fighters, and the way Wilder threw the finishing right hand, that was like vintage Tommy Hearns. He managed to get Dominic Breazeale out of there 6 rounds faster than Anthony Joshua did. And I've long said that Deontay Wilder is the hardest puncher in the heavyweight division, and I think this goes to prove that he actually is that. I've seen some people claim they're still not convinced about Wilder's power. I don't know what more he needs to do to convince people that he is a phenomenal puncher. I think Deontay Wilder is a historically big puncher. Not just a big puncher for today's time, but a big puncher for any time in boxing history. Yeah, he might have many other flaws from a technical point of view, but he has something absolutely outstanding, and that is the right hand. And it's not just the fact that it's powerful, it's also that he has the skill in being able to land it. Now, I said in my fight preview video that Dominic Breazeale was in danger of something like this happening to him because he keeps his chin far too high and he's far too easy to hit. I said that unless Virgil Hunter has worked miracles with Dominic Breazeale's defense, then it could be an early night. These are the things I mentioned in my fight preview. I talked about how a guy like Johann Duopa was able to go many rounds with Deontay Wilder. I think he lasted until the 11th because Duopa had a very tight guard and kept his chin super glued to his chest. But here, against Deontay Wilder, we saw that Dominic Breazeale hadn't taken a leaf out of Johann Duopa's book. His guard was very open from the very start of the fight. You could see an open guard, his chin up in the air as usual. And it wasn't long before he got clipped. Deontay Wilder found his range very quickly. He had a very big target in front of him who was slow. And once Wilder clipped him a couple times, Dominic Breazeale came in trying to get his own back, and he left himself open. He got hurt. Deontay Wilder got him into the corner, started unloading. Breazeale managed to land a left, which the commentators thought hurt Wilder. I don't think Wilder was hurt at all. He did get clipped and momentarily buzzed by a little shot, but I don't think he was hurt. Deontay Wilder's legs are so skinny that sometimes it can look as though his legs are gone because he looks a little clumsy sometimes the way he moves around on his legs, but I personally don't think Wilder was hurt at all. He backed off because he was thinking, okay, Breazeale's still swinging and he's still dangerous, but he was really just trying to set up the right hand. He was thinking, this guy's a big, slow guy. I'll give myself some space. He's going to walk into something. And that's exactly what happened. He found his perfect opportunity. He launched the right hand and down went Dominic Breazeale. And there was no way that the fight was, going to continue after that. I think he managed to get to his feet about the count of 10, maybe. But thank God the referee didn't let that go on. Because we don't want to see anything happen to Dominic Breazeale akin to what Deontay Wilder was promising before the fight, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, Wilder gets his mandatory challenger out of there in the first round. Tremendous performance. Some people are going to say, well, it's swings and roundabouts because Anthony Joshua got Eric Molina out of there a lot quicker than Deontay Wilder did, right? Anthony Joshua and Wilder have both fought Molina. Joshua did a better job on Molina, but Wilder did a better job on Breazeale. And here's what I'll say. When Joshua fought Molina, Molina didn't appear to come with much ambition. I'm just being real. I'm just being fair. He didn't seem to come with much ambition for that fight, but, you know, fair is fair. AJ did get rid of him a lot easier than Wilder did. But Breazeale came to fight here against Deontay Wilder. Just like he did against AJ, he came to fight here against Wilder. But Wilder being faster than Anthony Joshua from long range with the right hand, and in my opinion being the biggest puncher in the heavyweight division, it was an easier stylistic fight for Wilder because of that extra explosiveness at long range that he has with the right hand. He's a sniper at long range with that right. And in fact, you could tell when they were both walking to the ring that Deontay Wilder was extremely relaxed going into this fight. Very, very relaxed. He, you know, one or two shots went a little wild in there, but for the most part, he was very relaxed, very calm. It was Breazeale, to me, who looked the more nervous of the two. And that really played out in their performances. But yeah, Breazeale would have had to have been punch perfect, and he would have had to have kept an extremely tight guard, especially early in the fight, and just stick to the jab and don't try and get ambitious. That's what I was talking about in the pre-fight video, that if he's going to even go a few rounds, he's going to need to keep an extremely tight guard and do not get too ambitious. Walk forward, yes, but don't open yourself up to getting hit. Don't exchange punches with Wilder in the middle of the ring. Don't do that. But that's exactly what he tried to do. Open guard, chin up in the air, swinging shots and missing. Gets clipped, gets taken out. So it is what it is. Tremendous performance by Wilder. And anybody he hits with that right hand clean, they're going down. It's just that simple. Yeah, some guys managed to get up. We saw Luis Ortiz get up a couple times. We saw Tyson Fury miraculously get up, particularly in the 12th. But anybody he clips with that right hand, you're going to be in serious trouble. So the best thing to do is try not to get hit with it. Do whatever you can. Strategize, practice your guard and your defense, your foot movement, and don't get hit with that big right hand, because that's what's going to happen to you if you do. Yeah. I'm sure there are guys who are going to be able to maybe get off the canvas. Well, I know there are guys who can get off the canvas before the count of 10 from getting hit with that right hand, but it depends how he catches you with it. In this fight, he caught Dominic Breazeale in the first round when Wilder was completely fresh. Against the Tyson Fury, obviously, he caught him in the 12th. So there wasn't quite as much mustard on the right hand as there was on the right hand he caught Breazeale with. And that's why it's imperative against Deontay Wilder that you're not getting caught early. Do not let this guy catch you. I mean, you don't want to get caught at any time in the fight by the big right hand, but you want to be especially careful early in the fight. You want to draw the sting out of that right hand a little bit and frustrate him a little bit. Get him to miss so you have opportunities to get him with shots. And, you know, when it comes to Dominic Breazeale, I was saying the only shot you should really be countering with, if he can make Wilder miss early in the fight, is the jab. But be careful to bring the jab back to his head. But it is what it is. Wilder put in a tremendous performance to get his mandatory challenger out the way. And after the fight, see, there's been an interview with his manager, Shelley Finkel, and Finkel has been talking about the AJ fight, and he said it's going to happen, but the DAZN deal wasn't right for Wilder because he can make just as much money, if not more, with the deal that they're going to announce shortly. And Wilder said the fans need to be patient. The big fights are going to happen. You know, good things come to those who wait. I hope the big fights do happen. I hope we do get to see Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, or even the Tyson Fury rematch, so we can sort out this heavyweight picture and find out who the best really is. I always feel like in a rematch with Tyson Fury, if Deontay Wilder just stays calm, because he was too angry against Fury, wasting too many punches. If he stays calm, he'll do better in the rematch against Fury. If he stays calm and just doesn't, you know, let the red mist descend upon him. And as far as Anthony Joshua, it's a very, very interesting fight because I think the longer the fight goes, no, I'm not even sure what happens in that fight. As I said all along, I think AJ versus Wilder could actually be a bit of a chess match. It could be a chess match with a random devastating knockout that occurs out of the blue at any time in the fight. But I suspect it will be a chess match because AJ does keep a tight guard. He does defend, right hands and stuff like that. AJ tends to block a lot of punches, and he would be very, very wary of Deontay Wilder's right hand, particularly early in the fight. So I don't even know how that fight goes, whether AJ gets him or Wilder gets AJ. I don't even know. That's why I want to see it, because I want to find out who would win the fight. So hopefully it can happen and they can get it on, and maybe we get the winner against Tyson Fury, or maybe Wilder and Fury rematch, and then the winner of that fight's AJ. Whatever the case may be, let's get these heavyweights together and find out who the best is. So yeah, hats off to WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder. Tremendous performance. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I know Breazeale is not the best heavyweight you've ever seen, but he's a tough guy. He's a brave guy. He's a guy who always comes to give his best. He's a guy who went 7 rounds with AJ. He's a guy who beat Izu Agono and Eric Molina and Amir Mansour when Mansour was still a viable kind of fringe contender. So Breazeale's not a complete mug. It's just that Deontay Wilder was on fire tonight. Has to be said. So like I say, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.